Hi guys, welcome to the Soul on Fire show. I am so excited to have you here. Today we are going to learn about Karma and Dharma, your life's lessons and your life's destiny. I am Noelle Agape and I am a leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. Guys, thank you so much for being here on the Soul on Fire show, where we are going to ignite the passion within through merging science and spirituality. I am so grateful to be here, guys, and I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you so much for watching on the live. Thank you for watching on the replay. But thank you so much for all of our supporters, and thank you for everyone that truly just comes together and understands that we can be a best version of ourselves. And that's what this show is about. That's what my company is about, is that there's something within you that is better than you. So let's get it today. Today, we are talking about your life's lessons and working with your ego and how you work with your ego. And so many people say often that you have to break your ego and you have to get past your ego. And today we're going to go deep into the ego. And this is going to be a little bit harder for some people to understand and some people to grasp, because it's going to have to allow them to actually look inside of themselves and take accountability for their actions, right? I'm huge on accountability. So the most important things we are going to learn today is what life lessons are, and how it's connected to your karma and your dharma and your destiny, which is your dharma. And so those of you that know me know that I go in an NLP trainer. I'm a quantum trainer. We go deep into the quantum fields. We tap into the energies of the earth and the planets, and we tap into the energies of what's going on beyond us. There are so many things going on. This is a big week in the astrology in astronomy. Astrology and astronomy. So, those of you that believe in the stars, I believe in God. I believe in heavens. I believe in the universe. I believe in there is something bigger than us, right? And it all teaches us. And so we're going to be talking about your north node and your south node and what that even means, and how does karma and how does dharma even connect to that? How can you move past that? How can you work with the ego to become a better version of yourself? How it's truly just we're here to expand, and we're here to grow. So, everything at Noelle Agape Global, which is my company, is truly based in health, wellness, and consciousness, meaning the health component of your body, understanding your body, and then the wellness is understanding your mind and the connection to your body, and then the consciousness, we merge the science and spirituality. We bring it all together on the show. We bring it all together at Noelle Agape Global, and we are here to get you to the best version of yourself. So again, welcome. Sit tight, guys, because we are going to tap deep into a realm that many talk about, but they don't talk about in the depth of what I'm going to go into today. Today, I'm going to talk a lot of science, but I'm going to talk super spiritual today. And so, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. That's our journey is our own, and we have to find where we're comfortable and where not. So I'm super excited because we are just a couple of weeks away from my birthday, which is my 50th birthday, and it's Christmas Day. And we have a lot of special things happening in the planet this year, guys. And so what is going on energetically right now is there is a new paradigm shift, and the old is not really working. If those of you that haven't noticed, the old is not working, right? And so what does your karma and what does your dharma look like? Working with the ego, what does that look like? What is your south node and what is your north node, right? What energies are happening and what are not happening? What's transpiring? And so a lot of the energy shifts that are going on in today's society really are breaking down all the belief systems of the paradigm of the old. And those of you that know me know that I go deep into realms that many don't understand. And so first we're going to start off with your karma and your dharma, and what exactly does that mean? What's your north node? What is your south node? What does that even look like? What is working with your ego to, the lessons that keep coming up over and over again with different people in different circumstances? What does that look like in your life? Right. And so it looks very much like your reality, right? And so we talk about science and spirituality. Your thoughts become your beliefs. Your beliefs become patterns, and patterns become things, because we are all energy, right? And so we go deep into the energetic fields on this show. We talk about what that looks like. We talk about your DNA, your RNA, the Akashic records, which is in the infinite, fields. There's everything has already existed, right? And so my belief is that, through God's source, the universe, whatever greater power you believe it to be, he's created everything, and everything is already existing within all dimensions of time and space. So in the infinite, it already exists. And so those of you that don't believe in like past lives and things like that, then it's just your younger version of yourself and your older version of yourself that's teaching you, right? But we're always learning, and we're always growing, and we're always moving to a higher plane. And so when you understand that, right, and when you understand that we are nature, when you understand that we are evolving just like nature constantly evolves, we are energy just like energy is constantly fluid, right? Energy cannot stay stagnant or stuck. It just gets transmuted into something else. You can't actually even change energy. I mean, you can't delete energy, or it doesn't dissolve. It just, you change it into something else. So that's a lot in the intro. Welcome, welcome, welcome for those that are on the live and those that are on the replay. We love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. We have been talking much about your destiny, very high about the frequency of gratitude and what that looks like through Thanksgiving and through this beautiful holiday season. We're going to do segments of what that looks like. And then we're also going to do a segment on what's happening in the earth and the energies in the earth. And so understanding what is transpiring and how to get through that. So the first segment we're going to talk about when we get back, we are going to take a short break, but the first segment that we are going to talk about is your karma and your dharma and what that looks like. And so your karma is, again, your lessons that your soul jumped here and wanted to learn, and your dharma is your destiny. And we will be right back, guys, because we are going to go deep into you. We're going to go deep into your lessons, your destiny, working with your ego, and then what's going on in the energetic fields. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being here on the live, and thank you for those that are on the replay. I want to today we are talking deep about you, right? We're getting you to the best version of you, the highest version of you. That's what this show is about, to set the soul on fire and ignite that passion within you. And how do we do that? By understanding who we are, right? And so today we're going to talk about something that is a little controversial and a little bit off topic of the health and wellness field, but it's super into the consciousness field. And so we're going to go deep into the spirituality today, and I hope that you join us, because it really is a beautiful show. And so today we're going to talk about karma and dharma and what that looks like. And karma is truly, people say it's got a bad rap, actually. So karma has had a bad rap because, they say karma is going to come back to you. Karma is what you put out, and it's going to come back to you. Yes, that is very, very true. Every action has a reaction to it, right? That's just science, and that's spirituality as well. Yet what our karma is our soul lessons, right? So we're going to talk deep about the soul. We're going to talk deep about what that looks like. And so our karma is our soul jumps in, and basically what happens is our soul says, okay, for us to evolve to a higher being, right? We have to move to a place where we understand that we're experiencing and we're evolving. And so our soul doesn't really care how we experience or how we evolve. It's just our soul's entire mission is to expand and evolve. And so karma looks like, it could be, those of you that believe this, it's past lives, karma that have come through your ancestors. And or it could just be your younger version of yourself. If you don't believe in that, it's a younger version of you and then an older version of you. So the first half of your life, you have lessons that you have to learn. Second half of your life, you have to do something with those lessons to evolve, right? And so your soul jumps in, and we have contracts within other people and other circumstances that, we have had imprints with. So we've had experiences with people, and there are many experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, right? But our soul doesn't know the difference between the good, the bad, or indifferent. Our soul just actually says, oh, hey, like I'm going to come here and I'm going to actually help you grow in this area of your life, right? So I'm going to teach you about relationships. I'm going to teach you about unconditional love. I'm going to show you where you can be better. I'm going to show you your relationship with money. I'm going to show you your relationship with your body and your mind and the connection to spirit, right? Because we are all love. We come from the vibration of love. We come from God. God's source universe is within all of you. Again, today we're going deep into the spirituality aspect of this show. And so it's a beautiful gift that we get to do this. I've been doing this for 18 years and I get to teach it, and it's such a gift for me, and that's my Dharma, right? But getting to my Dharma, and which is your destiny. And so your Dharma is your destiny. And so there's soul contracts, which Carolyn Miss explains this beautifully in her book, Sacred Contracts. And so there are soul contracts, and your soul comes in and says, hey, I'm going to learn this lesson. I want to learn about self-love. I want to learn about, self connecting to spirit more. I want to learn about being a better human. I want to learn about having agape love. I want to learn about forgiveness. And your soul jumps in, and then those are soul contracts that you have, right? And so those are the lessons that come up in your life, whether it's like you get into an accident, or people break up with you, or you have things with your finances. Those are your contracts with your soul. Again, your soul doesn't know the difference. It just says, hey, I want to experience life and I want to expand. So this is how we're going to do it, right? And so the greatest thing in the world, guys, is that our soul contracts, once we've learned the lesson, we actually can break from that, and we don't have to actually have to stay in the energy. And so the difference between just understanding like soul contracts and karma and dharma and astrology is moving past the astrology into the quantum fields, knowing that we have the power within, knowing that when we connect to Christ consciousness, knowing that when it is all within us, and we get to a higher vibration and we move to a higher frequency, we don't have to actually stay in the karmic fields, right? And so, yes, we do have karma that we have to resolve. So the better human that you are, the more it will come back to you, whether it now or it later at a different time. Yet it's not where we're stuck in this mode where we have to. We actually get to raise our frequency. We actually get to change who we are and who we want to be. And how do we do that? Right? By our destiny. And our destiny is our Dharma. Our Dharma is truly our sacred contracts. And that is, our soul says, okay, we're coming in and you have to help humanity. Like my Dharma is definitely to expand in humanity with health and consciousness, and expand consciousness, bring light into the world, bring love into the world. And my journey to agape love was not an easy journey, right? I've had failed relationships. I've had, I've had to deal with the loss of the death of my grandfather, who died right in front of me. My father died as an alcoholic. And I had to deal with abuse and all of these things, right? But for me, it's so I can actually teach the quantum fields, and I can actually teach the agape love that I live in. And so truly, when you understand that your Dharma is your destiny, right? So your soul comes in and it jumps in, and it says, we're going to learn all these lessons. We're going to have all these people that teach me from different people, different times, different circumstances. And then it's going to get you closer to your destiny, right? And so the more that you understand, and that's where the ego comes in, the more that you understand that we're working with the ego, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not safe, secure, and protected, I'm not lovable, I'm really angry right now, this person hurt me, I can't forgive this person. The more that you understand that it has nothing to do with them and it has everything to do with you, and your soul jumped in and said, okay, we're going to work together to experience and expand, and we're going to move past this, right? We're going to allow you to understand that your Dharma or your destiny is what you're moving towards. And many say that you can't control your destiny or it's fate. And yes, there is many things that we cannot control. And if we believe in any way that we're in control of our entire universe, then that's extremely egoic. So the law, and I say this all the time, the law of attraction is pretty flawed in the way that it is taught, because it is truly like, either you believe in fate and you just have to, be at the will of something higher than you, or you believe in you create your own reality. And what we're actually doing is we're co-creating with God, source, and the universe, right? Because our soul is saying, okay, we have jumped in, we are going to learn these lessons, we're going to move through all of these different lessons, and we're actually going to do our destiny, right? And so my destiny was, the journey was, I started out as a counselor, and knowing that I had to help people, I was helping people with emotions. I learned about emotional health and emotional well-being through that, right? Then I even had to expand beyond that. And that's when a lot of lessons came up, right? Is when your soul's like, okay, I'm done with those contracts. I'm done with this lesson. I need to move now to closer to my destiny, closer to my Dharma. I need to keep going. If you stay stagnant, that's where life teaches you, right? You get into an accident, you get into an argument, you get into, you lose a job, things in society happen, right? And so our culture and society is really truly moving to a place of evolution. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next segment. This segment's more on the personal realm, right? What we can do personally. And then the next segment is what's happening energetically in the world and how in society we can help that, right? So our soul jumps in, it says, we're going to learn these lessons. So I started out as a counselor, and it was, learning about the emotional health, learning about emotional well-being, understanding that what your emotions are and how they act, and being a therapeutic counselor, and saying, okay, now that's fantastic. And then all of these, and then I was like, well, I want to grow more. I'm so eager to grow. Something was pulling at me that I had to do more than just counseling, right? And so that's when I learned neurolinguistics and learned how to understand the brain and the power of the brain and what that looks like, and how the neuroplasty of the brain, how the brain is actually malleable, and all of our belief systems that were formed from 0 to 7 really are not even true. It's just an illusion, right? And so and from that space, I became an NLP trainer, and that was fantastic because I got to teach about the brain and the body and the emotions. And then again, life happened, and it was more lessons that came up for me, right? Because it wasn't my destiny just to stay in the neurolinguistic aspect of it. It was my destiny to teach spirituality and agape love and get to the highest level of consciousness in the quantum fields. So again, not my story. I'm just telling my story to you guys so you can understand what karma and dharma is, right? So all these lessons came up where I built I left counseling. I left a 6-figure job to go into my own business. And then I started private practice, and I was counseling people and working the neurolinguistics. Then I actually had to become a trainer, and I was growing my business. And as I was growing, it's growing pains, right? And that's what I want to teach you, is that every aspect of growth always comes with growing pains. Always, every aspect of growth comes with your belief systems that are tied to it, right? Which is your karma, and that is your soul's lessons. But once you understand that your dharma and your destiny is just around the corner, just keep going, right? From there, I had, financial things that come up. I left a 6-figure job and didn't have the security that I thought that, so I had to figure out things on my own. I had to figure out how to run a business. I had to do all of those things. And so much came up in the financial realm for me because those were my belief systems, right? It was, you go to school, you get a job, someone takes care of you, you show up at 7 and you leave at 3, because I worked in the schools, and they will pay you a paycheck, right? And so that's when it was like, that was instilled in me. My belief system was that you go to school, you do the right thing, and you get a job, and somebody will do that. But my soul was like, wait, no. I mean, I know I have all this education for a reason, but me showing up and working for you is not working for me. And it may work for everybody else, but it just wasn't working for me, right? The entrepreneurial life was pulling at me. But what I didn't know was that I had so much baggage of, oh my gosh, well, women can do well, but you're really supposed to be the co-pilot, right? Women should be at home and they should be cooking. And I actually love cooking and taking care of my home. Yet I had something else inside of me that was burning, right? It was, I did the married life and raised a family, and my home is my sanctuary, and it's my haven. Yet what wasn't presenting itself was, the more I was growing, the more people were coming out of my life, right? That's when I had a divorce, and that's when I realized I had to move to a different level of my life. And that's when I did more self-actualization. That's when I actually was like, oh my gosh, I need to go within, right? My soul's journey, my destiny, my dharma is within me. And it has nothing to do with anything that I have learned in the past, my karma, my life lessons, right? My past. Nothing to do with my karma. It has everything to do with that burning desire, that soul on fire, desire to get set on fire. From there, I started to learn and go deep, deep, deep into the spiritual realms. And again, those of you that know me, I know I'm studying to be a shaman, and I'm learning about the energies and Christ consciousness and bringing that into the earth, right? That is when I started to learn about the quantum. And that is when my soul started to get lit on fire. And it was like, wait, I can train people in the neurolinguistics. I can train people about emotions, and I can train people about the quantum realms, about the energies of the earth, and understand astrology and understand astronomy and understand numerology and believe in God and believe in the power of Jesus and believing in spirituality, as well as everything else that was so taboo, because I was, in the structured place of, I had to go to school. I was a certain religion. I had a box that I was lived in, right? I would put myself in a box. My family had put me in a box. And it was really constricting, because my soul was like, wait, no. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to teach science and spirituality. You learn science, right? You went to 14 years of grad school. You learned the science. Now you get to teach it in a spiritual realm. You get to combine science and spirituality, and you get to bring them together to help humanity. You get to be a humanitarian. You get to change lives on the highest realm, because why? You get to teach them to be the greatest version of themselves. And as that happened, more soul lessons came up, more karma came up, right? Where it was like, oh my gosh. And it wasn't, oh my gosh, karma, I was a bad person and I shot someone in a previous life. It was my belief systems that I jumped in with. And it was, oh my gosh, well, how do I do this? How do I even step into the realm of being on national television and talking about the quantum world and spirituality? And how do I talk about God without people condemning me? How do I publicly be a public figure? I'm on stages across, an international speaker. How do I do that when it's super safe to be a counselor and it's super safe to be in the neurolinguistics, because that's science, right? And people wouldn't condemn you. People wouldn't put you down. My dharma kept pulling me. My destiny kept pulling me. And it was like, keep going, Noelle, keep going. And I have to tell you, every time I grew, every time I had a new TV show, every time I did something else that was more tapped into God and spirituality, something would come up. Right. And that is when the reality hit me. It was like, financially, again, another financial setback, right? I've already been making six figures in my business. I grew my business now to a corporation. All of these things happen, and thing after thing after thing, right? My website was disconnected for like 2 weeks, and I'm growing my show, and I'm growing who I am. And I lost people. I lost people. People said, "Oh, you're burning snakes. Oh, you're crazy." And oh my gosh, go do yoga. And just really putting me in this box. Again, not my story. My story is just to help you guys understand that everybody goes through this, right? So 18 years I'm doing this. 18 years into this, and I'm turning 50 on Christmas Day. I'm in my power. I'm in my destiny. I'm in my dharma, and I get to choose, right? All of these soul lessons came up along the way. I had divorce. I had abuse. I had poverty. I had to figure out how to live life on my own, right? My grandparents were amazing and beautiful. And my mom was a single mom, and she divorced my dad, who was an alcoholic, and she divorced him to protect us. Yet financially she struggled, right? So my grandparents took us in, and we had tons of money. We were lived on a resort, and it was abundant and beautiful. So then I had to figure out, after I was married, how to actually live life abundantly without a man. I had to do it on my own. So all of these life lessons came up, all this karma came up, right? And so my soul has said, okay, you're a spiritual warrior. You're going to do this. You're going to jump in. You're going to do this. You're going to find your destiny. You're going to keep going. You're going to hit roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, the karma. But you are going to live your dharma and your destiny, right? But you get to choose. And here's the thing, guys, that you get to choose what the lessons are and what they're not. And how do you get to choose that? That's when we merge science and spirituality, right? We get to understand that Christ consciousness is available to every single person on this planet. We get to understand that the energies of the great masters that have walked this earth before us, right? People have always walked before us. There's an infinite field of possibilities, right? You get to tap into the energies of everything that has already been created. You get to tap into the energies of everything that has already existed. And you don't have to stay in the realm of the karma, and you have to understand your destiny, and you have to move past it and move into it and 100% be committed to it, because the road of your destiny, the road of your dharma is not an easy journey, right? Yet it is the most spiritual, beautiful journey you will ever have, because it is the road to self. It is the road to self-love. It is the road to Christ consciousness. It is the road to God, source, the universe being within you, through you, in every cell of your body. The energy is out there that you can tap into. A greater version of you is out there if you want to tap into it. And again, those that don't tap deep into the spirituality aspect of it, there's every day a better version of you that you can become. Every day there's an energy of you that already exists that is a better version of you that you can move into, right? And so that is your dharma, guys. Your dharma is to find your greatest version of you. What is your passion? What brings you joy? What finding love, finding forgiveness, going in and saying, I'm forgiving you, not for you. I'm forgiving you for me. Why? Because I'm forgiving you because I love you and I love me. And I love humanity. And so we get to expand humanity. And that's what I'm actually going to talk about in the next segment, is once you actually understand that you're here on purpose, for purpose, you're here to move into your destiny for service. You're here to make the humanity a better place. You're here to make this earth a better place, right? And that's the energies that are coming into the earth right now. On December 21st, there is a massive conjunction. And that conjunction hasn't happened in over 4,000 years. It's not a coincidence, guys, that it hasn't happened over 4,000 years. And through time and history, what happens? The one thing that holds true is humanity evolves. People evolve. Energy keeps going, right? You have to understand that your karma and your dharma is not what you're locked into in any way, shape, or form. Now my destiny is to be a humanitarian. My destiny is to literally, I love health, wellness, and consciousness. So that's my destiny, to teach it. But it doesn't mean that I have to be teaching yoga or NLP or the quantum world or going off to Bali and teaching retreats of wellness. It means I just have to be the greatest version of me every single day. And I have to bring my gifts that are inside of me, right? I am clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, I hear things, I feel things, and I see people's souls. That is my gift. I feel people's souls. I see people's greatness. That is my gift, right? And I get to agape love. Through a journey of agape love, it was a journey for me, but I get to forgive. I get to love. I get to teach love. I get to teach about being the best version of yourself. Why? Because I choose to on a daily basis, and I choose to overcome the karma. I choose to I step higher than the astrology. I choose to move into the spiritual realms. I choose to tap into the field of infinite possibilities that I know there is a greater version of me every single day that I can bring out to you. And if I be the best version of me, everybody around me wins, whether it's my viewers, whether it's my children, whether it's my life partner, everyone wins when I'm the best version of me. So I get to be the best version of me, and that's my destiny, right? And then you figure out who you are from your soul. You figure out who you are, not the lessons, not the belief systems, not the paradigms, not the families that you've come into, not your religion, who you are at your core. You bring that gift to the world, and that is your destiny, guys. That is your power. When you understand that you are God, source, universe in a physical body, we are vessels that are bringing the Christ consciousness, the energy of God through us, source, universe, whatever it is you believe it to be. Even if you don't believe in that, you have to believe that there is a higher power, because if not, my gosh, look at nature. Right? Humanity exists, nature existed way before humanity, and it's going to exist way after humanity. So if you don't believe in that, at least believe in nature, right? Nature breaks things down to rebuild. And that's actually what's going on in society right now, is the energies are being broken down so society could be rebuilt. And so humanity can have an actual chance to be on this planet, right? So your soul comes in, says, I'm going to learn all these lessons. I'm going to be a better version of myself. I'm going to here to experience. I'm here to expand. I'm here to go into my, that's your karma. I'm here to move into my dharma, which is my destiny. And I get to bring that out to the world. How do you do that? You tap into you, right? Every single person, there are billions of people on this planet. Every one of you have something great within you. The darkness is only there to show you more light. I promise you, the darkness is only there to show you more light. There is something within you that is waiting to be literally bring out to the world. There's something within you that is explosive, and there's something within you that is magnetic and powerful. That is what you're supposed to bring to the world, right? You're supposed to step into the darkness and understand that it's the only purpose of darkness. And just like Jesus said on that cliff, right? He said, stand back, Satan. We have that power within us. So if you believe in religion, or you believe in energy, or you just believe in the fact that there is a better version of you, you say, stand back every single day to those soul lessons, and you conquer them. You stand back from fear. You look at fear and you have a relationship with fear. You look at your ego and you work with your ego and you say, hey, what's going on right now? Okay, yeah, we're actually having an argument with somebody that we really care about. What's going on right now? Oh, you're not feeling validated. Okay, well, how can we validate you? Let's look at that. Have a relationship with your ego, have a relationship with fear, have a relationship with the darkness and the light, because all things are you. All things are you experiencing you from a greater version of you to get out to humanity. And guys, when you understand that there is a greater version of you that is already in the quantum realms, you tap into that energy, you expand your fields beyond where you were. You make a conscious choice to do that. You step into the reality and you feel the energies. You see the energies. You smell the energies. You hear the energies. You understand that it already exists and it's already done. You're not attracting anything. The law of attraction is such a big word. You're not attracting anything. It is already done. You're connecting to the energies. How do you do that? And I've said this all the time, through the electromagnetic fields, right? Heightened sense of thought, heightened sense of emotion. That's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting all day, every day. And so you get to choose to be the best version of you. You get to move into your destiny. You get to live in your power. You get to bring your gifts to the world, because the world needs you now more than ever. Guys, today, my company is sponsoring this show. It's Noelle Agape Global. And Noelle Agape Global was built on the fact that we can together rise. We can be the change together. We can help humanity. We can build humanity from a greater place of health, from a greater place of wellness, from a greater place of consciousness, to truly, truly tap into who you are and understand that there is amazingness in you. That God is in you, source is in you, universe is within you. The universal energies are already within you. They are laying dormant. They are waiting to come out. There are beams of light and there are plasmas of light that are coming through the universes right now, waiting for you to say yes. Noelle Agape Global was built on that. That is our mission. That is our purpose, to help humanity as much as possible get to the greatest version of themselves, to set their soul on fire, ignite that passion within, and bring that gift out to the world. We will be right back, guys, because we are going to seriously next talk about what's coming in on December 21st, a massive conjunction on December 21st, how that looks with you as a person, how that looks scientifically, how that looks with spirituality, how that actually looks for you to change, and how the opportunity for you to become the greatest version of you. Guys, we will be right back. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here on the live, and thank you for those who are watching the replay. I am so grateful for you, and I just want to take this moment and say thank you for your support. I love you guys, and I am so grateful for all that you are. Today, I just want to let you know that in the first segment, we were talking about your karma and your dharma and what that actually looks like, working with your ego and getting to a greater version of you, and understanding that your karma is just lessons that your soul jumped in here to say, okay, learn these lessons. We're gonna be a better version of us. And then our dharma is our destiny and where we're supposed to be. And it's a beautiful journey of our soul. And when we understand that it's a beautiful journey of our soul, we actually get to move into the destiny and moving beyond that, and moving beyond the astrology of it, and moving beyond the north node and the south node of where you were born and the placements of all of that, because that is super, super important. Yet it is moving beyond that. And the next level is truly the quantum fields, right? And it's understanding that everything exists in all realities of time and space, and you get to tap into that. You get to allow source to come through you. You get to allow a choice. Every day you have a choice. Do I be the better version of myself right now, or do I move into anger, or do I move into to forgiveness, or do I move into healing, or what am I choosing on a daily basis, right? So when you choose to have the power of God, source, universe, and to come through you, it comes through you, and we raise through all of this karma and dharma. It's the next level up, right? Working in the quantum fields. I work in the quantum fields on a daily basis, guys. I'm a quantum trainer. I train people about how to actually tap into the energies of themselves. I studied the mind and the body, all of my science degrees. And then once I was finished with my science degrees, I knew my destiny was in the spirituality realm. And so we merged science and spirituality on this channel. And so right now, this segment, what we're going to talk about is what's happening December 21st. December 21st is one of the greatest conjunctions that has happened. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, and what does that even look like? We were just in the age of Pisces, right? And the age of Pisces for the last 2,000 years was when it was, we were breaking down the systems of understanding our power, and that was truly Christ consciousness, right? Where Christ and religion and everything came in over the last 2,000 years. Now we're moving into the age of Aquarius. What does the age of Aquarius mean? It means that we're stepping into the new age, right? We're moving into something completely out of realm that we've never been in before. And so this conjunction that is happening on December 21st hasn't happened in 4,000 years. And so it is Saturn and Jupiter, and we're going to talk a little bit about science, and we're going to talk about the planets for a little bit, and astrology. And so they're coming into a great conjunction, and Pluto's in the mix as well. And so it's all transformation, right? And so Saturn is the great restrictor. It restricts you. It shows you where you need structure, where you need procedures, where you need all of those things. Jupiter brings, it's the great benefic, and it brings abundance, and it brings growth, and it brings education, and it brings new knowledge that hasn't been there. And then Pluto really truly is it's transformation, and it's the darkness going into the darkness to make it the light, right? Again, guys, I speak from this realm to understand that this is just the astrologist aspect of it, but then we're going to move to the spiritual aspect of it, which is the higher realms, right? So you understand that Christ jumped in about 2,000 years ago, and he did some massive, beautiful things. God, source, the universe changed humanity during that time, right? So we're just going to say during the Christ consciousness realm, God said, okay, we're going to change humanity right now. And so humanity is really truly being shifted in the next 10 years of our lives. We are going to, actually the next 3 to 4 years, there's massive, powerful energies coming from the universe, coming from God, source, whatever you believe it to be. There are massive energies that are coming through on December 21st, right? This entire 2020, and many don't understand what's going on with 2020 is that it's really the greatest gift. And people are like, wait, what? Noelle, how could you say that 2020 was the greatest gift? 2020 was the greatest gift because it allowed us to truly go in and find our karma and find our dharma, and it's the great pause. So it's this pause before the transition into the age of Aquarius. And what does that even mean, right? Humanity needed to catch up to the energies. Humanity still needs to catch up to the energies that are coming in. The energies of the earth that are changing of a higher light, of a higher Christ consciousness, of a higher realm. The energies of the earth are that we have the power within us. The energies of the earth are that it already exists within us, right? There's a better version of us. And so it's like we're getting a massive upgrade in humanity, if that makes any sense to anybody. So those of you that understand what we're going through, we're embracing it, right? The light workers, the light seekers, the beautiful light that is in this world that is shining through the darkness is understanding that we're actually getting an upgrade, and humanity is so needed to have the upgrade. But we need you to understand, and that's why I'm here to teach the knowledge that I have, right? We need you to understand that the better version of you that you can connect to into the quantum realms. And moving through your energy systems and understanding that if you work with the energy of the universe and the energy of your body, your mind is a computer and your body is a machine, and you get to program both, right? It breaks down the old paradigms that somebody has to control you. It breaks down, money is going to shift massively. Money is going to shift. And, those that don't even understand it, look at the markets. Our money has moved already, right? I mean, think about how money has transformed in the last 100 years. It's going to shift even more. But what is going to shift is the belief system, right? And so much of that's going on in humanity right now, and many don't even understand this, is just the old paradigms of the age of Pisces is breaking down, right? The structures and the paradigms, and not to say that religion is a bad thing, because I believe deeply in God, and God is my life, right? Yet the religions that are there they are not really serving humanity to the highest. They're structures and paradigms that are breaking down because they are actually needed to. And it's not that they're bad, they just need to be restructured, right? Our political systems need to be restructured. Our financial systems need to be restructured. There are old belief systems and old things that are controlling other people. That these energies that are coming into the earth now are not about control. They're about community. They're about living your best version of yourself. They're about the fact that you can change your reality. You don't have to live in the darkness. You don't have to live in poverty. You don't have to live in broken relationships. You don't have to live in the old ways that we were taught to live. The struggle, the hustle, that is not what is moving into, right? The age of Aquarius is learning, and what we know about science is going to be blown out of the water. And so what happens in humanity, look at Albert Einstein, look at Steve Jobs, look at all of these people that have come in and really shape-shifted humanity, right? They were like, no, there actually is electricity. Henry Ford, was told that he can never make a car that would go that fast. And Nikola Tesla and all of the greatest men that have ever walked humanity, right? They have been challenged. They have been pushed. They have said, no, you can't do that. I'm sorry. And they have, right? And that's what's happening now on December 21st is the universe like, no, there's more. And so when we allow them, the geniuses that we believe that have lived and walked this earth, right? Thomas Edison's, the Albert Einsteins, all of these people that have created who we are today are coming with us on this journey, meaning that they have paved the way for us. Yet there is so much that is changing in the next 3 years of our life. In the next 10 years, we're going to be living into a different dimension. Look at AI, we're going to have cars that drive themselves pretty soon. And if you don't believe that, guys, you have to stop and do an ego check and say, where am I being held back, right? How am I not understanding that humanity has evolved and keeps evolving, right? Spirituality evolves and keeps evolving. Nature evolves and keeps evolving. And so those that are not doing the work, things are going to happen, right? I live in the United States, and the United States is having massive breakdown, right? Because why? The systems are broken. The procedures are broken, the paradigms are old, the belief systems that are formed are no longer in existence, right? So December 21st, these energies are coming through, plasma lights coming through us with the highest dimensions, right? They're here to make more light into this world. They're here to bring more light into this world. How can we be better? What can we do better? The greatest thing in the world is we have the opportunity to say yes to these light systems. We have the opportunity to say, oh my gosh, I can actually be a better version of myself. Oh my gosh, I can tap into the realms of all possibilities. Oh my gosh, I am powerful. I am love. I am light. I am wonderful. I am. And the more that we empower ourselves, the more that actually changes society, right? The more that we don't rely on people, and the difference between independent and codependent is a huge transition in these realms, right? So the age of Aquarius is a very independent age, right? It's teaching us independence. It's teaching us not to have codependency, which we've had for the last few hundred years in our society. We've been dependent upon our government. We've been dependent upon other people. We have these structures dependent upon banks, these structures that are no longer serving us anymore, right? So the age of Aquarius moves us into independence, right? But so when you swing from codependency to independency, it's this vast realm, and it just swings back and forth. So the bottom line in the balance is to find interdependence. And what is interdependence? Interdependence is community. Interdependence is support. Interdependence is giving and loving and knowing and understanding and coming together as a collective to change. And that's what the energies are asking us to do. The energies of the earth are asking us to come together, to find, yes, you are independent, and find your independence through interdependence. And what does that mean? Finding your independence through interdependence means I'm not relying on other people's belief system, but the old doesn't exist anymore. I get to stand in my power. I get to be better. I get to be beautiful. I get to be a loving, kind soul that forgives. The only way through the darkness is the light. The only way through the darkness is the light, guys. And when you understand the light plasmas that are coming through this earth at the realm that they're coming through, and many of you may have thought that 2020 was wreaked the most havoc ever on your life. It was allowing you to see that there's a better version of you. It was allowing you to see that where you need to expand. It was allowing you to see that your old paradigms are not working anymore. It's allowing you to the opportunity to change. And so many people are afraid of change. And again, working with the ego to understand that you can change and you can be better. And you can work with the ego, not go beyond the ego or not break the ego, but actually understand that the ego just wants to be heard. Right? There are many voices in our society, especially in the US, that haven't been heard for so long. They just wanted to be heard. That's what all the riots are. That's what all of this is going on. They just want to be heard. They want to be felt. They want to be seen. It's time. It's time to do that. If there's ever a time in society that you wanted to be a better version of yourself, now is the time. Humanity is asking you to do that. I am asking you to do that. The earth is asking you to do that. God, source, universe is asking you to do that. We are here on purpose, for purpose. When you understand that there is not a coincidence that you are here and what you are going through. Your soul has chosen this. In this time, this massive time of power and shift, you get to be a better version. You get to love. You get to good forgiveness. You get to be the light in the darkness, because that is where you have your power. That is where you have your destiny. Guys, I promise you that if you step into your power and you understand that this is working for you, not against you, it may feel like it's working against you because of the crazy chaos that is going on in society right now. But I promise you it is not. I promise you it is working for humanity. I promise you that it is the evolution of the next beautiful stage of humanity. And when somebody told Henry Ford that he could never do what he did, he said, yeah, I'm not going to accept that. When somebody told Thomas Edison that he couldn't make electricity, he said, yeah, I'm not going to accept that. When somebody told Steve Jobs that he couldn't make a computer or an internet system, he said, yeah, I'm not going to accept that. What I'm asking you to do, what humanity is asking you to do, what the universe and God, source, and universe is asking you to do is saying, I don't accept that. I don't accept that you have control over me. I don't accept that there's a banking system, that there are some people that are massively poor and massively wealthy. I don't accept that I can't have a choice. I don't accept that I choose this. I accept that I am expanding. I accept that I experience, and I'm going to move beyond that. I'm going to tap into the realm of all possibilities, and I'm going to be the greatest version of myself, because me being the greatest version of myself pours light through me out into the world, out to the universe, out to my family, out to my kids, out to my partner. Me being the best version of me allows everybody to be the best version of me. And you being the best version of you allows everyone to be the best version of you. And I promise you, one person that is filled with light is 1,000,000 times more powerful, 1,000,000 times more powerful than the darkness. And again, think of Jesus on that cliff where he said, "Stand back, Satan." So again, if you're not religious, you don't have to be. Think of the energy of light and how when you are in a dark room, you turn on the light. The light, it illuminates everything in that room. Guys, if you turn on your light, the power is within you. If you turn on that Christ consciousness within you, if you turn on the ability to connect to God's source universe at the highest realm, you are love, you are light. If you turn on you in every cell of your body, if you turn on your DNA and your RNA and you go into the Akashic records and you say, no more, no more. I choose to be great. I choose to be the best version of myself. I choose to love. I choose to forgive. I choose not to live in anger. I choose joy. I choose happiness. I choose abundance. I choose health. I choose to be the best version of me. And I choose to bring my gifts out to the world. That is the greatest version of you. When you come back and you understand that service, once you have stepped into your power, there is nothing more powerful than a powerful light being in service. And I promise you guys, when you understand what service means to humanity, that is when your life is going to change. We will be right back, guys, and then we're going to talk about service and being the greatest version of you. I love you. We'll be right back. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being on the Soul on Fire show, where we ignite the passion within through merging science and spirituality. Today, we are talking deep into the science and the spirituality. We talked about your karma and your dharma and what that looks like. And we talked about truly what's happening on December 21st and the energies that are coming into the world and how you can be the best version of you by allowing the light source in you to be the most powerful light, stepping into your destiny, stepping into your power, loving humanity enough to say yes to you, understanding what self-love is, understanding is that you have to truly master who you are. You have to master your mind, master your body, master your ego in the sense where you work with your ego, right? You get to do that. You get to move to a greater version of yourself. And I want you to know that I love you so much. And so you've moved into your power. You've stepped into your power. You've said you understand independence and codependency, and you've moved from codependency, not swinging all the way to independence, all the way knowing that what the balance is in this and what is coming through in society is interdependence. Interdependence is truly allowing the light to come through you, bringing your gifts out to society, and then actually changing society through community, through understanding that you can do through service, right? Coming together as a collective. That is what we are moving into the age of Aquarius. So coming together as a community, understanding service is the greatest gift that you can have. When you are in your power, when you have worked with your ego, when you have understood your karma and you understand that everything is a lesson and we're constantly evolving until we're no longer embodied in a human form. And that's when our body has, literally moved on. So while we're in a human form, what do we get to do? We get to be in the greatest version of ourselves. We get to choose not to live in anger. We get to choose to forgive. We get to choose to be healthy. We get to choose to be the best version of ourselves. So we get to work into the quantum realms and be in Christ consciousness. We get to be in community. We get to help others. We get to serve others. Let me tell you what service is, guys. Service is the greatest form of every every vibration that exists. When you understand that you are here on purpose, for purpose, and you get to give your gifts to humanity, they come through you. They are not yours. And if you think they're yours, go back and do some more inner work. But your gifts are here to bring through you for service to humanity, to make humanity better. Together, we are the change. Together, we rise. Together, we grow. Whatever it is that you want to say, together is how we're going to get through this. We get through this through helping others. We get through this by understanding that you may be the teacher in one moment, and then in the next moment you are definitely the student. You learn in one moment, and then you teach, and then you absorb everything that's coming, and you say, "Oh my gosh, I got to an argument with somebody. I was not my kindest self. I apologize. I'm sorry. I come from anger and I go into forgiveness. I move into light." Right? I help somebody that needs help in some way. I bring my service out to humanity. And service doesn't have to mean that you're out in the world having a TV show, being a humanitarian like I am. Yes, do whatever you can to help humanity and be a humanitarian as much as you can. Service is what is in your soul. How can I help with the gifts that I have? How can I smile today? How can I give somebody a cup of coffee that doesn't have the money for it today? I bought somebody's groceries the other day because she was struggling to literally counting her change to see if she had enough money. And I didn't even think about it, because to me it was, oh my gosh, how can I help you feed your family tonight? Right? When you come from that space and you be a better human, and you understand that humanity needs us to be better humans. Humanity needs us. The universe, God's source, needs us to be the best versions of us so we can change humanity. We can go into the dark and turn on the light. Go into a dark room. Put your phone or your computer that you're on right now, put that light on. What happens? It's illuminated. The room, everything is illuminated. Stop being afraid of the darkness. Step into the darkness and understand that you get to be that light. You get to be the beacon in this world today. You get to change humanity with who you are, and you are light. Every one of you has light in you. Even the darkest of darks has light in us. Every one of us has dark within us. Every one of us has light within us. We get to choose on a daily basis which one we want to counteract into, right? We get to choose if we want to be a light. We get to choose how light we want to be. We get to choose that we get to connect to a higher version of ourselves. And then we get to bring that out and be better humans to the world. We get to help somebody in need. Because I promise you, guys, that the more that you think about your problems, the more it's going to show up in your reality, right? The more that you actually help someone when you're in a time of need, it's going to happen and change your energy instantly, because energy doesn't go away. It's just transmuted. We get to transmute the dark into light. We do. It's our journey. It is our destiny. It is our dharma. It is humanity's dharma to transmute the dark into light. And guys, our entire journey, we get to say, I want to be a better version of me. I want to choose who I am. Guys, if this resonated with you, please go to noelleagape.com and like, share, and subscribe, because our job at Noelle Agape Global is to truly make humanity better. Our job at Noelle Agape Global is to understand that you are powerful, you are light, you are love, you are beyond blessed when you understand the power is within you. It is all within you. There is so much within you that needs to come out. There is so much love inside of you. There is so much light inside of you. There's so much light coming from the universe on December 21st and now through the next 3 years. Step into your power. You are beautiful. You are warm. You are loving. You are light. You are abundant. You are humanity. And you are God's source universe in the physical body. You get to say yes to all of that. You get to be the greatest version of you. I love you so, so much. And I honor you for being you. It has not been an easy journey, and I understand that, guys. But I love you, and I know that we come together, and together we are the change. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.